So this session is naming what's real. That's the title. There's a moment in almost every coaching conversation where you can see something in the other person hasn't named. Maybe it's a pattern. It could be a contradiction, an emotion sitting in the room that nobody's willing to acknowledge. And most of us do exactly the same thing with that moment. Nothing. We note it silently, ask another question, and let the conversation roll on past it. This session is about what to do with that moment instead. It's called naming what's real, the discipline of saying out loud what you're actually observing. By the end of this session, you'll be able to separate observation from interpretation, name what you're noticing without triggering defensiveness, and practice surfacing a pattern in language that opens the conversation rather than closing it. 3 things this session. First, observation versus interpretation. An observation is what a camera would record. You've described your manager as difficult 3 times in 10 minutes. An interpretation is what you've concluded. You have a problem with authority. The human mind fuses these in milliseconds, and naming your interpretation as if it were a fact gives the other person, the coachee, only 2 options: agree or defend. We'll work on separating them using Chris Agras's ladder of inference. Second, the SBI framework from the Center for Creative Leadership: situation, behavior, impact. A simple 3-part language for naming what you've noticed without wrapping it in judgment. That's situation, the behavior, and the impact. And third, direct communication straight from the International Coaching Federation's professional coaching competencies. What it actually means to be direct in service of the other person, and why staying silent about what you see in a quiet decision that the relationship matters more than the truth. Naming what's real isn't confrontation. It's one of the deepest forms of respect a coach can offer their clients. This Wednesday at 6, we'll be on Zoom again. Bring a pattern you've observed in someone you work with, and we'll practice naming it clearly and cleanly. We'll see you on Wednesday.